Hey there, DJ Spees here, and we need to take a quick break from the classes to talk about the organization of your Java application. If your Java program only has 3 classes, it's very easy to maintain and manage. It's all in one place. The number of classes in an average Java application can number in the hundreds, sometimes the thousands. This can get overwhelming. You need a strategy for organizing your code. Java namespaces are one part of this strategy.
In this lesson, we're going to talk about namespaces, why we need them, and the best practices for creating and using namespaces in Java. We'll then finish up with some namespace examples in Java. When we start adding libraries from other programmers into our application, it's likely that we're going to use the same names. Simple concepts like a message, a window, and sprite are likely to be named the same thing in everyone's code. When you're creating a class in Java, you need some way to say, I want this class in particular. This isn't a problem unique to Java. Programming languages use something called a namespace. A namespace just draws a line around the collection of classes. The namespace defines the group of or package of classes. When you ask for a particular class in Java, you specify the namespace. Java then looks in the package that has the namespace that you give and gets that particular class. You can give a namespace any name you like, but convention and best practices say to use the reverse of your domain name. My domain name is dju.com. So I'd start all my namespaces with com.dju. Now, what do you use if you don't have a domain name? That's a tough question. You want to use something that's globally unique, so you don't use anything that could be a URL. Names are not the best choice either, unless you know that no one else in the world has your name. However, if you don't plan on sharing your code, you could probably get away with first name and last name. You can view namespaces as a tree or hierarchy. The domain is the namespace root for your classes. The next level should be the name of your project or application. Each branch forms another sub-namespace. You can then create more refined namespaces inside your namespace. Every branch can contain classes specific to that namespace. Every period denotes a new level in your namespace hierarchy. In this example, all the sprites of your space game would go in the namespace com.dju space game sprites. You can refine this as much as you want, but I would not refine any deeper than a module or a subsystem. The classes inside a package should either serve a single purpose or they should serve a single purpose as a group. You could group all your sprite classes into one namespace, or you could group all your game drawing functionality into one namespace. You could even combine the two approaches. You're really free to divide your program as you wish after the domain name. However, only create namespaces that make sense and contain classes. If you're writing code to draw sprites in a game, you probably don't need a database namespace. You can refer to a namespace at any level in the hierarchy. We could have a namespace com.dju space game sprites animals, which contains our duck class. Maybe we'd want to refer to the namespace for all sprites. Then we would just use com.dju sprites.star. The asterisk is a wildcard. It means everything below this point. Com.dju sprites would contain all the sprites, including our duck class, but would not contain an AI class in the com.dju AI namespace. Namespaces make our Java class names longer, but how does that help us keep them unique? Java will not let you have 2 classes named the same thing in one namespace. It will let you use the same class name in 2 different namespaces. That's how we make classes unique. The real class name is the fully qualified name, and that should always be unique. Every class in Java is defined in a namespace. However, most classes in Java break the first rule of naming namespaces. Classes in Java are named in the namespace Java or JavaX. That's the root. For example, arrays. The namespace for arrays is Java Lang Reflect. The fully qualified name for the array class is Java Lang Reflect Array. The array utilities we used in the array lessons are in the namespace Java Util. The fully qualified name for the arrays class is Java Util Arrays. When we print things out, we're using the system class. It's in the Java Lang namespace, and that's the class name Java Lang System.
And that's how we organize classes logically into namespaces. I've showed you how we start every namespace with the reverse of our domain name. We've seen how to subdivide our namespace according to our application function, and we've seen the full class name of several classes that we're already using. In the next lesson, I'll show you how namespaces are represented physically in Java packages.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. There's a quick quiz for this on dgu.com if you'd like to gauge how much you learned. If you like the videos you're seeing, please let me know by liking the video and hitting the subscribe button for the DGU channel on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. If you have concerns or questions, please leave them in the comments below or on dgu.com. There's a poll on the front page of dgu.com, so you can also let me know what topic gets covered next. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.